What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be jumping into a HCC daily dive, a daily brief, really going over the sentiment inside the market. And honestly, it's not looking good at the moment. I think a lot of people were really planning for this move upwards. They were hoping to see it a lot sooner, as we can see this line playing out here. And I think everybody was waiting for that next move upwards and possibly seeing a punch higher into that 3.7 to 3.8 trillion range, confirming a bullish move upwards, was really what a lot of people expected. Now, what's actually happening is the complete reverse. And if we just get rid of these drawings, we can see a perpetual move downwards, and we're actually coming down into this area where we've bounced a few times previously, as you can see here, a few times going backwards. So I really do think that a touch in this area at the moment, at this time, speaking honestly from my perspective, is quite healthy, because again, we need the clawback, but there is a lot of panic in the market, and I think what we're seeing is a knee-jerk reaction. And obviously we're looking at the total crypto market cap here. So again, I think everybody's panicking. I think there's a lot of fear being driven into the market. And what's really started this is Trump going round and just setting as many tariffs as he can and really pursuing the idea of bringing the United States back to its original former glory, and stating the golden days of the United States is now upon us. But clearly, to a lot of people, this doesn't seem right, and the media are actually taking this news and they're twisting it, they're cultivating it, and they're harvesting it and then reproducing it in their own format. And again, they're trying to drive as much fear into the market as possible. We here on Terra Classic understand best just how much money gets funneled into marketing, to psyops, to try and fell your opponent. And in these circumstances, the idea is retail is now getting involved. And what we're going to be seeing is a lot of these bigger players in the space looking for an entry. And I think we're starting to see those bigger buys come back in. So something that really caught my attention today was BlackRock moving crypto assets to Coinbase, and it really being perceived in a negative and in a positive light. They're stating the exact quantities involved are approximately 18,168 Ethereum and 1,800 BTC, and with financial implications suggesting that the transactions valued at around $44 million worth of ETH and around $160 million worth of BTC. This movement has sparked various interpretations in the crypto community, with speculations ranging from market positioning to potential sales. I really don't think these are potential sales. BlackRock is a huge player in the space. Everybody's watching them, and there's always that common running thesis that BlackRock really is one of the bigger players and that they can control the movement of BTC, and that's simply not the case. I think CZ proved that recently, and a couple of other influencers have been diving into that as well and showing that the percentage that BlackRock hold and Michael Saylor hold are actually quite low in regards to the reserve, which is Satoshi's BTC, and then the amount of BTC that's split out across general consensus. But there are conflicting reports. Although we're seeing BlackRock move crypto assets to Coinbase, we're also seeing reports of a lot of BTC actually exiting Coinbase, and they're really saying this is new whale wallets, and it's a good sign. It's positive, because when we look at the current market condition, well, Bybit was just hacked for what? $1.4 billion. With that being said, right, if a whale, a new player in the space, a bigger retail player, for example, who's been working one of these psyops to get the price of BTC down, working to really twist and cultivate that knee-jerk reaction we're seeing with tariffs, which actually aren't that negative overall for crypto, because again, BTC is supposed to be a hedge against inflation, against all of these economic uncertainties. They just don't know it yet. So with this being said, right, from my perspective, this is bullish. And yes, it is market positioning. And if we've seen $738 million worth of BTC move from CEX to a wallet, which is now being portrayed as a new whale wallet, well, then we're recovering already from the Bybit hack, only being around $1.4 billion. And honestly, guys, in regards to crypto hacks, if we look at the BTC Turk hack, that was pretty bad for the overall cosmos, it was bad for the LUNC chain, and it was handled terribly. Bybit really have set a precedent when it comes down to handling an emergency situation, handling a hack, and really trying to put certainty back into an uncertain situation. So again, I think the market is recovering. I really do think we're walking into different times. And what we're actually seeing is a huge knee-jerk reaction coming through with the market. Because again, you're seeing these articles around BlackRock stating that they're sidelining the Solana ETF. This is simply not the case. This is a news article which is clearly written as a psyop to deter people from buying what is deemed as the fit, the area where you should be really looking to buy. You shouldn't be trying to buy when the market's starting to go green, it's starting to go crazy, because essentially you don't have a crystal ball and you do not know who is playing the psyop game. So for me, when I see an article like this, it's just unnecessary. But again, it's clickbait. People are going to go into it and people are going to be attracted to that negativity because of the knee-jerk reaction. The market's going downwards. The fear and greed index is, I think, extreme fear at this point. So again, it's driving all of this sentiment into the market, and it's opening up the space for these bigger retail players. Because when we look at the ETF scene, Grayscale has just filed for a Polkadot ETF. This in itself is pretty insane. And what we're eventually going to see is the ETFalization, if you will, right? Making up a complete new word there, but we're probably going to see all of the major cryptocurrencies turned into ETFs, because what these bigger players in the space want to do is manage your assets. They don't want you to trust the CEX or trust in yourself. They want you to trust in their ETF and to invest through that ETF. And what we're actually seeing at the moment is a big outflow with the BTC ETFs. Again, a knee-jerk reaction. Or is it people actually just realizing that they don't need an asset manager? They don't need to go through an ETF to own Bitcoin. That's the idea behind crypto, that anybody, even a woman in Afghanistan who may or may not be able to have a bank account, right, can get cryptocurrency. She is able to transact with cryptocurrency because there are simply no barriers in place. So going forward, this knee-jerk reaction, this negativity, this fear that's being driven into the market is, from my perspective, unnecessary. But again, it provides an opportunity. We need to understand that the US has in fact flipped the crypto script, as they're saying here, with regulatory clarity and focus. The last meeting, the most important one, as everybody knows, those Fed meetings, they finished and finalized on the note that banks can in fact involve themselves with crypto and they know how to regulate themselves. It's now a situation where that bottleneck, that operation that was choke point 2.0 that we've gone over and done so many different videos. I'll try to leave a link to that at the end. So if you don't know, you can get yourself in the know. We're seeing everything lifted. We're seeing people like Eric Trump, for example, and Michael Saylor saying, buy the dips. Saylor agreeing, hinting at buying more Bitcoin as the price plunged below 89K for the first time in 3 months. So we've got these bigger players in the space that are actually buying. You can look at Michael Saylor's wallet. You can see MicroStrategy has loaded up with even more Bitcoin. We can see that some crazy player out there in the crypto space has just invested in $738 million worth of BTC and sending that to a new wallet, creating this enigma that is a new whale in the space. Am I bullish? Absolutely. We are living in different times, guys. We are seeing all of the different investigations with the SEC being dropped. It's been dropped against Robinhood. Okay. We're also looking at the dropping against the OpenSea. This was going on for some time and they were stating, that NFTs themselves, their security, to see that they've just dropped it. We're living in different times. We're seeing that choke point, as I've said, as I've covered many times on the channel, being removed. And as that removal comes in, as that easement comes in, and we see more and more of these cases being dropped, even against Coinbase, well, what is this going to lead us up to? What is one of the most underrated coins? What have I been dollar cost averaging into since we got involved with content creation? You guessed it, guys. It's XRP. If the SEC now drop the lawsuit against XRP, we're going to see a different kind of momentum hit the market. We're going to see fresh money hit the market. This means the overall total crypto market cap is going to increase. A lot of the times you'll see coins pumping, you'll see more money moving, but what we're not seeing is new money entering the space, boosting, like I said, the overall total crypto market cap. That is the aim of the game, to get the other 97% of people worldwide involved in crypto. I really do think XRP is going to do amazing in 2025. I think this is one big knee-jerk reaction. And going back to the total crypto market cap, I do think we're going to come down, we're going to bounce in this area, and then we're going to start to move our way back up. But if Donald Trump decides to himself, he's going to slap more tariffs, we could see further bouncing back down on this further trend line that we've set here. This is the current trajectory we're going through, and yet we're going to need something to break this vibe, and the XRP lawsuit being dropped is definitely one of those key factors. There's going to be a lot of new sectors popping up over 2025, especially in Lunar Classic with Project Remedy. It's going to be an insane ride, but something I've been doing is dollar cost averaging into XRP, and I do think it's going to be the next catalyst to propel us to another new all-time high with the total crypto market cap, with BTC, with Ethereum, but we're just going to have to ride this knee-jerk reaction out. Does this mean, guys, I'm going 100% right into my investments? Absolutely not. You need to do risk aversion at all times. If you're invested 70% of your portfolio into crypto, that should be a big no-no. You should have a good amount of dry powder. Around 50% of your portfolio should be liquid, ready to be put down in these times of uncertainty, because what do we not want to do, guys? We don't want to buy up here. We want to get it down on this trend line, and we want to ride that bad boy all the way up to the top. We want to really be sitting there saying, damn grandma, we made some serious gains in 2025. And that's what I want for you guys. And that's why doing these HCC daily briefs, going outside of the box, looking at what's going on is so important. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got for you for now. Again, I think we're going to be moving up in the future. When? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but let me know what you guys think. And aside that, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next one.